All right, boys. Can't show you the location currently where I'm picking her up, but you're gonna want to stay tuned. If I can get one audio check, that'd be excellent. Coming up, boys. Just fucking press it right. Fuck it. Stand by. Very fucking fancy place. If I can get an audio check before we head out, that'd be excellent. What would that be? How we doing on the audio, guys? Audio should be good. Not to get the music low for copyright issues. Let me get an audio check. That'd be excellent. Audio check. We're looking good. All across. It's been some time, huh, boys? All right, let's go to work. Sweet, sweet. Sweet, sweet. Next time I do a check-in, I want to see 25 thumbs up on this live right now. So keep hitting that thumbs up, all right? Bum, 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 bum. Aren't you cold? Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, sorry, I was on duty. Yeah, I got an extra sweater if you get cold.
How was your day?
It's been really great. 4 a.m. 4 a.m. start.
Oh, really? So you wake up so early, or just today?
Uh, when I report to duty, my start time, my alarm goes off at 4 a.m. is when I go up.
Okay,
But
every day.
sometimes 5.
Okay.
Unless I'm with my daughter, then that's the only 2 nights that I get to sleep in a little.
Oh, okay.
But I never, I can't sleep in past the sun unless I do an all nighter. It
Okay.
really depends.
Okay. So what time you go to bed?
Sometimes 11, sometimes 1.
So you sleep only like 4 hours?
Between, I try to get more than, I try to get at least 5, but
Oh,
typically it's in
wow.
between 3.5 and 4.5.
Wow. Is it enough for you?
Um, 4 out of 7 nights is okay, but the other 2 to 3 nights with my daughter, it allows it balances it out. Yeah. Plus, I don't have any bad habits, and I drink a lot of juice, like green juice. So I think
Oh, but I mean, it doesn't help if you don't sleep enough.
I get
I
it.
mean, at least in my case, it
Yeah.
doesn't help.
Oh,
I
you need
mean,
the beauty sleep.
I need to sleep at least 7 hours. I mean, six.
Yeah.
At least six. I
Okay.
think that usually I sleep. For
Okay.
me, 3 hours is definitely not enough.
None.
It was okay when I was 20.
Yeah. Oh, you look incredible.
Oh, really?
I like your scar.
It's not a scar. It's
What
actually,
happened?
it shouldn't be scar.
What is it?
I hope I won't have it. I just fell down on hike
On a
with
hike or on a
on
scooter? It's okay. You could be
no on
honest.
a hike,
Okay.
but it
Let
was
me see.
very
May I?
hard.
Let me see. Yeah, it's pretty.
I mean, it will be okay because it
Yeah.
wasn't. I mean,
I would
it's kind
suggest
of very new.
I'll send you a link, or actually we'll stop and we'll get the screen that I bought.
Oh, I know. I think that I used it. It's like antibiotic or something, right?
Yeah, A&D.
Yeah, I think that I used it, especially when it was so, harmful
Correct.
first time. But now it's better. So it is not supposed to be. Soon
Okay.
I think that you will disappear soon.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of maybe 3 weeks ago.
Wow. You've been busy.
You mean
I love
busy?
hiking. That's
Oh, I love it. I
Yeah,
love it.
I got
I
my
love
actually.
it.
I have my dumbbells right there.
Oh, really? So you like with weight? Hiking with weight?
Yeah, dumbbells and ankle weights.
Oh,
Because what
okay.
happens is that when you have the anchor, if you were to do, you need resistance. So by doing ankle weights, you tone up your lower body, and the body fat around the perimeter of your waist will start to decrease. But
Mhm.
then when your lower body is more heavy than your upper body, the dumbbells, no matter what weight it may be, either for myself
Oh,
ranging.
sorry. I'm just a very bad driver. Okay, so
No, I'm focused.
okay.
I'm aware. Yeah, so basically the ankle weights, sometimes it's heavy on the lower half. So when you have the weights in your hand, it kind of balances you off. But then subconsciously, it's like toning your tricep,
You.
and
Oh, really?
like that fat, it's like going away.
Because it's so hard here.
Yeah, it is. So basically, you're getting a full body workout by just doing it, and you don't have to run. You just have to not quit.
Oh,
So when I
okay.
go to train, um,
Okay.
when I go hiking, with or
Okay.
without anyone, it's for me, it's more like train the mind. So if I succeed and make it to the whole
Oh,
thing,
it's
it's
very
a
true.
mental.
Yeah, it's mental. Like you need to be on the top, right? As soon as you start.
Yeah,
You mean that?
correct. It's
But
always
it.
looking up and not
Yeah.
looking down.
Yeah. Yeah. This is what I love it.
How often do you go?
When I lived here in LA, I did it maybe several times a week.
Okay.
Um, and now in Palm Springs, I used to do it almost every day, maybe every second day, because
Yeah,
we have so many hikes there.
correct. But the
But
weather,
now it's so hot,
of course.
so even early in the morning, it's 100. So actually, it's too hard because it's always hot. It's like night, day, night, day. It's like from 100 to 120.
Correct.
So you even cannot breathe normally
I
when
know.
you hike.
I've been there actually. A friend, she invited me over to Palm Springs like 2 weeks ago,
Oh, really?
but I was like,
You can be only.
I have no interest over there unless I have a good friend, and she's more like an acquaintance.
Okay, but if you go there, you need only be inside
Of course.
or in the pool.
No,
Otherwise, it's very hard.
allow me to ask you, what's the hottest place you have traveled or been in?
I think Palm Springs.
Palm Springs, the
To
hottest.
me, yeah,
Okay.
because it was 120.
Yeah, try Dubai. Sure, Dubai is like on a
Uh,
whole nother level.
maybe, maybe I haven't been there.
A great place. It's a great place. I mean, you're talking a whole nother culture, but weather conditions, as we're talking about, definitely the
It's
weather.
even more
Scorching
than
hot, like scorching hot. Like, what's the hottest you have experienced in Palm?
120.
No, try 139.
Oh my god. I mean, it's so bad. Even
Like 130,
120. You know how you feel when
one,
it's
like
120?
it's that's not even enough.
No, 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 no.
Of course.
So 120, it's you cannot be outside. You can, but you feel like the very hot, dry hair dryer. Just
Correct.
you
Correct.
feel it like that.
Right.
So
120.
and it's very dry, very
It
dry.
is.
Like your skin dramatically changes very soon because it's like all the humidity, it just like soaking all the humidity from you.
Yeah. Hydration is very important.
Yeah, so it's different. But I mean, in winter, it's just perfect.
Yeah.
It's I loved it because we moved in September.
Okay.
It was so hot in September, and but then in October it was just perfect. Like today maybe.
Correct.
It's October in Palm
Right.
Springs.
Yes.
So November, December, everything is great, and since April, it's better to move to the
Yeah.
other place and come back in October.
Mm.
But that's an experience
Yeah.
for sure.
If there's one place you like in Los Angeles, would it be where I just picked you up? That's a really nice place, by the way.
Oh yeah,
That's really
yeah,
good. It's a good
I love
setup.
it because the location is just perfect.
Yeah.
You can walk everywhere. There is marina, there is beach,
Correct.
but key. So wherever you go, it's just very close, very near. And they have lots of also bars and restaurants and nice places and nice people, which is very important.
Very important. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's I like Marie. I like the area for sure.
But you live in downtown, right? That's why you want
I
to
am in downtown. Correct. Yes, it puts me in the center of where I need to be.
really
I
because
have
I'm
I have
scared of downtown.
everything I need there. Every
Yeah.
highway. So I'm set for success. And most importantly, I'm 100% committed to my daughter. So that being said, I get to see her. It's not an issue. Everything is just great.
But I didn't get. What about your daughter? She's what?
My daughter, Sasha,
Yeah, I
as you
remember
met, yeah,
her. Yeah.
Sasha, 4.5, and she'll be 5 in November. And I see her. Yeah, I had her till this late last night, and then dropped her off in peace, and then
Okay.
do what I have to do, and then get back on track and early start to now. I've been up for 14 and a half hours, and I'm glad I was able to see you today and not yet tomorrow. I'm a pretty quick, like, I strive to make things happen instead of just waiting. I don't believe in like waiting. If like you want to, like, you know,
Like
but respectfully, you know. I'm a very respectful individual.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that I get the point.
My intentions are well.
Like sometimes there is maybe some meaning, or maybe which I didn't
Sense of
get
humor,
it.
joke, yeah, could be.
Maybe.
Are you a drinker? Do you
Not
drink?
really. No, I'm like
No?
very healthy and boring in what I consume. I'm really boring.
Well,
All different.
we have to take care of our bodies, so that's really important.
Because we want to live forever, at least 100 years.
Think so?
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, yeah, I want to live a long life with a great vitality. Because I don't want to just, live
Okay.
without being healthy.
Correct.
Because you want to have a vitality,
Right.
in your body
Yeah.
to enjoy the life. So
Yes.
if you live long, healthy life, that's kind of my purpose.
Yeah.
Everything can happen though, but at least I will do something.
Do you have any fears?
Of course, I'm a human being. Do you?
I would let me refer. Well, I don't. But allow me to ask you. I don't have any. We can get to that though. What's your biggest?
Fear?
Yeah.
But I mean, we're jumping to very personal topics.
Okay, we can wait till the coffee. We can wait till
I
the.
mean, I can say, to be honest.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think you feel the same, but you're very, how to say, I would say that you're very unique. So you don't follow in the cues like everyone does. It feels like you are, but sometimes it's easier when you firstly meet someone. It's easier to tell something about yourself rather than after a week or two of knowing someone.
It's
Because when you first meet, there is nothing to lose.
You just lay it out on the table.
You can tell whatever and maybe never meet again. So that's easy, unless you have any plans. But it is not our case. We are too adults for that.
Right.
So that's why it's very easy to say the very truth. Then in 1 month, or even in 2 months.
Yeah.
Sometimes to your close friends, it's even more difficult than to someone whom you met. Do you understand what I mean?
Completely. That's why I ask women immediately when I meet them, do you like boys or men? Because like, they don't know the answer to that sometimes, and I'm like, oh, do you want someone that's just like straightforward, honest, and is gonna treat you complete all around, or do you want someone that's just gonna like be unresponsible?
What means unresponsible?
Boys are not responsible. Boys, they don't know what they want.
You mean
and men, no matter what age they may be, right?
But do some girls answer boys? I don't think so. They just find themselves with boys. But if you ask them, if you ask any woman, they would say, they would answer, I want a man. But then they find themselves with boys.
Not all the
Do you
time.
understand?
I completely understand. I'm so on your frequency. How's the air? Is it good?
Yeah, it's good.
Good.
It's even better now than in the morning. In the morning it was kind of chill.
It was.
So you don't have fears. That means you may be Terminator, or you're not a human.
No, I'm just ready to die if I have to.
That's it. It is not the biggest fear.
Yeah. I mean, people. I think. Well, this is what takes place, right? So, I may sleep 3 hours. I might sleep 5 hours. I might even sleep like 9 hours with my daughter, which is the only time I ever sleep in with her. So I don't take that time with her. She's a light sleeper and she likes to cuddle. And for me, like that's unconditional love. But when there's I have like a very goal orientated. I have so many things that are going positively in what I'm doing in the direction that I'm doing in my occupation and at work. But the lessons that are coming with that are like the best thing then the financial aspect. And so the meaning of life, I would suggest, is identify what that is to any person. And if they were to ask me, I would just say internal happiness. And what's internal happiness? When you can be completely honest with yourself, and it's going to be a reflection amongst the people that you come across and address. And if you want to do something, then do it. And it's kind of like a military thing. When put in charge, take charge.
Oh, that's true. But I think that you need to. Do you have a podcast? Your personal podcast? Because
No, I don't have any social media.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm not allowed to have any. So I go direct. I saw you. You had a green dress. My ice cream is dripping, and you look incredibly lovely with a green silk dress.
Oh, great.
That's
Yeah.
why I asked you. I was like, "Is that Japanese silk?" And I caught your attention, and here we are. 24 hour. No, Saturday we met. So
Yeah, it was Saturday.
Saturday, yes.
So you don't have any social media?
No.
That's very great because my job is social media.
Yeah. Are you like an adult film star, or what do you do?
Social media is just digital marketing. It's something very boring. It's about running business.
Yeah.
And to grow online, to
That's
make
good.
the marketing online. So this is what I do now.
Is that your passion?
To be honest, let's be honest, I'm not passionate about my job.
Okay.
I mean,
Honesty is always best.
I just, to me,
It's work.
it just, I mean, I like it, but I cannot say that, I'm like an artist creating something. Not really, I'm just
Okay. Allow me to ask.
trying to be successful in that because success, it's something vital, right? It's an energy.
Um, Vital.
Wow. By the way, it's a great luck to have this parking space. Don't you think so?
This is gonna. Yes.
No?
I was gonna say something, but it might sound ignorant, and
What?
I don't want to
Say.
come across. I'm very humble. I'm really thankful. Certain things that are taking place in my life, and like this is small, maybe big for you, but like these small little things are. The universe is like
Okay.
doing something right now. It's kind of good.
Okay. Yeah, kinda, but that's very true because
Yeah.
this is the only spot and this is just perfect. It never,
Yeah.
sometimes it never happens and you need to drive around looking for something. No, just here.
No, I would just pay for the parking lot over there if needed. It's not a big deal. But actually, I know the owner.
Oh,
So I sent him a text and I said, "Hey, don't make sure no one parks in front of your building. I've got this girl that I'm coming out with. I want to make her feel special.
it's a joke. I know. Let's go.
We may get along. I don't. We may get along. Okay, let's go.
Ah, this is the secret of.
No,
Yeah, this is the secret of 3 hours sleep.
I haven't had one since the 4th of July when I went to Vegas. But with 3.5 hours of sleep today, I was like, let me pull one of these to go. I'm not yawning.
I can tell you the very interesting story about this company.
Oh, I've been to Thailand and I know the story very in depth.
About flying. Give you wings. Do you know the slogan that Red Bull gives you wings? Do you know that?
Yes, I know that.
You've heard about that?
Of course.
So one guy, like 10 years or 20 years ago, complained that he's drinking Red Bull and he has no wings. And he went to court with this complaint. That's
Okay.
why now, if you Google it, you will see that there is like 2 or 3 eyes, wings. This word doesn't exist, so you cannot go to court.
Okay.
And so it is overpromising. It's misleading.
Yeah, I agree. It's unacceptable, and
No, that's fine.
I saw something that an African American got a check, won a lawsuit from the city. So he went to, for I'm not sure how many millions. He went to the bank to cash the check. They said that it was fraudulent. So then they cashed his check. Then he sued that bank and got some more millions because it was for racial discrimination.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So basically, he wants something with like the city or the state. Then he went to the bank to cash his, I'm not sure how many millions-dollar check, racial discrimination. They found out it was legit. They cashed it, but then they sued. They won. The bank settled, and he won another settlement because they didn't want to cash his check because of his background, and it's really unfortunate. It's pretty fucked up, but yeah.
So this is the way to make
It's just the unethical way to make money. So remember
no,
that.
I'm not important.
Yeah.
About Earth Cafe.
What's that?
What's your passion about Earth Cafe?
Okay. I'm not.
Delicious.
Thank you. They're from Japan. I saw them in a movie. I had an assistant look for them. They were at the Gucci store in downtown Tokyo, and now I have them. And they're limited. They're limited edition. Yeah, it's 12, size 12.
Okay.
You want to try them on? I'll share with you.
No, it's no. It's not girlish. They're good for you.
Thank you. But yeah, I like I
So,
mentioned yesterday, I will never leave the house wearing a t-shirt.
what's your passion about this place?
So
Because
let's talk
I have
about.
my own story about that.
I like stories. Okay, so the story with this place is 2.5 years ago. I donated.
I already ordered. I'm just waiting.
Okay, no problem. I love this song. Okay, so 2.5 years ago, I went to donate blood. I donate platelets.
Mm-hmm.
I donated, and the nurse in charge there, she invited me out to her cafe in Pasadena. So then we went, and I had a tea. She had a Spanish latte. So then she was like, "Francis, try this." And I'm like, "Sure." And I was like, "I don't drink coffee. Like, I don't drink coffee." I tried it. The only thing that it reminded me from 1995 to 2000 when I lived with my grandmother, she used to make us coffee with boiled milk, a teaspoon of like just coffee, and a couple tablespoons of sugar. And from that point, it was like the Spanish latte brings back that childhood.
But I go for black coffee.
Are you straight black?
But I drink black coffee.
Okay. Pure black coffee. You got it.
Yeah, they're hot.
Should we do inside or outside?
I prefer outside. Are you?
Oh,
That's easy.
you want to find a seat? I'll take care of it. What's up, brother? How you holding up? Um, she's gonna have black coffee.
House coffee. Like a house coffee.
Just,
House coffee.
you want just regular black coffee?
Yeah, black coffee.
Just
Yeah,
a regular house coffee, black coffee.
Which size? Small, medium, or large?
Medium.
And then I'm gonna have a large Spanish latte, strong extra hot. Would you like anything else?
I'm good.
You sure? Okay. Here's my
It's gotta be for here.
yeah. Let me give you my loyalty card. ¿Cómo andamos? ¿Al puro 100? Oh, 200. Give him another black. 27?
Do you mind if I give it a coffee right now? The lady?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Are you big on pastries?
I try to not eat it. I mean, I can, but
Yeah.
not here, definitely. It's too sweet here.
Yeah. You got a good 10. 27. Alrighty.
Yours or mine?
This is yours.
Okay.
You got me holding it already?
I want to have some water.
Of course. I'll take one. No, I think it's straight, right? Any preference? There was more tables down here. Wherever you like. Wherever. Down below, there's I'm not a picky person. When there's here we are.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. What's that?
You're waiting for your drink?
Yeah, they'll bring it. Yeah, feel free.
Oh,
Definitely feel free. So what's this table's kind of like slanted. We're going sideways. Yeah, let's do that. Much better. Who knew that COVID would bring seating on the sidewalk, sitting on the
oh
streets,
yeah, almost on the street. Yeah.
right? I don't mind it. I mean,
How was your COVID? I mean, not your sickness, but the quarantine. What did you do?
for the quarantine,
Yeah.
um, I never had COVID.
Me too.
I never had COVID.
Maybe I had
We were like the first ones to get the vaccines. Um, yeah, but yeah, I think for me the biggest thing is just maintaining like a decent cardiovascular system and just juice.
work or
Yeah, yeah. Work never ends.
because some people they couldn't
No,
work.
a lot of people didn't work.
So for some people
But
there was not a big change, but for some it was like some the period of life when they changed a lot as well.
yeah, correct. But see, with military, like military doesn't sleep, so it's.
How you surf? Like you surf in military and you go there every day, or how it works?
I do 3 days. I do 3 days. 3 days, sometimes up to 4.
You are,
But I've been doing it for 14 years, and I'm an instructor, so I teach a hand-to-hand combat.
The newcomers?
Yeah, the new. Well, not too much of a lot of new, but you know, there's obviously different hand-to-hand combat survival.
Fight? It is.
Yeah, combat. So when 3 people, 5 people come, what do you do with these right here? You have no knife. You have no nothing.
So
What do you do with these? It's not like what you do with these hands and your strength. It's more about speed, followed by reading the body language as well. So when you could identify who is going to be the first and the last person to hit you, and you can do that constantly, right, over and over and over in practice, it's most likely going to be right in the battlefield or in a danger environment if someone wants to come in with a weapon and take some. Yeah.
okay. Tell me your story. How you? I mean, you Spanish, right?
Yes.
So was it you who came here or your parents?
Oh, my grandparents.
Okay, that's why you have such a beautiful English. But I was wondering if you came here from Spain. How can you speak
Yeah.
such a beautiful language? Okay, so for
Yeah.
you it's native. You're native speaker.
Yeah, you can say that.
Yes.
Yeah. And how long have you been here?
Forever.
Yeah.
Okay, now I see. But because your family speaks Spanish at home, you don't understand this language, right?
Correct. No. My parents, they speak Spanish, but it's not spoken at home. I mean, they know how to speak it, obviously. Like my mother, she works um, with dead bodies. She's a corner. So my mom works with like dead bodies.
Dead bodies?
Yeah, she's like a corner. So she's like, she just like analyzes the bodies once they're deceased.
Like what
yeah.
Like it was nature?
Yeah. And my dad, he does construction. He does big machines and stuff like that. That's what he does.
So,
yeah.
But in which part of America did you born? Like from which part? You're from California?
New York.
New York?
Yeah.
So you traveled here and you stayed here.
Yeah, so now I'm here. I would come back and forth, and all the time that I have. For me, like, if you were to ask me what's the most important thing, it's gonna be family. My family is like really important, and as we get older, our we get to see certain characters of our family members, and one thing I've learned is things are never gonna be the same ever. So I had a great childhood. Me and my sister, two cousins, um, single cousins from different from
Uh-huh.
that, and then we used to go to my uncle's house my that had four kids, which were my four cousins, which was like a great time. So like me and my sister, my cousin Monica, cousin Steven, we used to go to Uncle Carlos's house, and at Uncle Carlos's house, he had a big house. So like he was always working. So like we would play with Daisy and then Desiree. They're like a few years apart, and then a few years later, Daniel and then David came. So long story short, it was
So you have a huge family.
it's there's a lot of cousins, but the moral of where I'm getting at is like my childhood was great. Um, that having only one daughter, I try to bring her around to all the birthday parties. Like all the birthday parties in my family, I kind of never miss because I cannot take from my daughter. And if I never have more children, which is up in the, I don't know,
Yeah, okay.
but
But
but I'm gonna say, oh, it's supposed to be large. Is that large?
Medium.
Oh, large Spanish latte. It's not a big deal. I'll take it. Thanks, bro. Cool. But family is really important.
so
It
if
was great.
she's the only kid, what?
I just want my daughter to spend time with her cousins as well, and that's why like I kind of give her a lot of things so that she can have a childhood. It's really important. But I generally like I rather spend 3 full and quality time days than just like 7 days of just like being somewhere else and then her in the back seat. Because what happens? Yeah, I don't wanna. We don't.
Yeah, it's about quality.
Everything in life is about quality
Oh
as
yeah.
as you get older.
How old are you?
Huh?
How old are you?
I told you.
I don't. I mean, maybe I didn't hear. And to be honest, I'm Russian, and they still struggle sometimes
You
with
keep
understanding.
blaming Russian that you're Russian,
No,
and
maybe
you said
I'm
it was a
foreigner.
culture.
I'm
I'm
not only. It
foreigner.
is not. I could be like Japanese or
Yeah.
Chinese. Just sometimes I struggle with understanding because unfortunately, in 2 years, still the
Yeah.
English has a space for improvement. So
Yeah.
sometimes I don't understand.
No, I
Maybe
get it.
sometimes it's too fast.
Yeah, I'm 35.
Ah, so we're the same age.
Yeah.
Okay, and what day?
May 30. May 30, 1986.
I'm 15.
Yeah.
May 15.
Very cool.
So you're Taurus or Taurus?
No, I'm with Gemini. Gemini, two face.
13 or 30?
No, May 30.
Ah, 30.
Third, 30.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
No, I thought 13. Okay, so.
So tell me, how long you been with your boyfriend?
Oh, we met.
How long? Not where.
I don't know how long, but we started in February last year.
And then moved to Palm Springs in September. Wow. Older?
Huh?
Older, younger?
And me?
Yeah.
47.
Okay. Wow.
He's young at heart. That's true, he's very young.
I get it. Yeah, that's really. I'm well aware.
Huh?
Yeah. No, I don't know exactly what young at heart is. Yeah, and it's just a number as well, for sure.
Oh, everyone is very different. Some people are 35. They're, I mean,
That's American people. That's what it is. They haven't been to uh, Sweden. They haven't been to you know certain a certain small city in New Zealand. I've been to places where people are in their 50s, early 60s. They don't look a day over 45. Like honestly, why? Because their whole life they've been healthy. And like what's healthy not because of the stuff that you go into your body. It's like the noise that you cancel out in your mind. So you restrict you minimize the noise that you have so that you can just be healthier.
yeah, it's the about practice what you preach. I'm not saying about you. I'm saying that many people think this way, but not many people act this way and live this way.
Yeah, you know what? At the end of the day, what it comes down to is I learned this in my 20s. At about 26, almost like 10 years ago, I had a mentor for a little duration of time, and um, he said this over and over, but he was like preaching, but he was a practitioner, so whatever he said, he took it, and it's all from a book. Seek to understand before to be understood, and it took me some time to adapt to that, and now since I've been in what I'm doing and how life is progressing, all in upward spirals, and I might have like one rough day. Like last Sunday was a really rough day for me.
Like yesterday. Okay, you know those like
No, previous. Yesterday was like great. Yeah.
okay. So
Last Sunday, I just didn't talk to anybody on Monday. I was just like, if I need, yeah, if it's a rough day, all I just do is just turn off the phones. That too, and I just take it easy, and then restart the next morning
Okay.
with an aggressive workout.
But how do you feel that you are more sociable, or you prefer like being with yourself?
Both,
No,
both we need.
it wouldn't be like it is a little bit. You are there. You cannot be here and there, right?
But you can be there 100% and over here
You
100%.
cannot be, but at least you can understand how you charge your battery. You charge from yourself or you charge from people, primarily.
Okay.
You know, because I'm definitely charging from other people. So I need to be with people. This is my energy. I can be by myself, but not maybe for a long time. I need to be around people. I feel alive when I'm with people, and I know it for sure. But of course, the older I am, the more time I'm comfortable with myself. So that's why I'm asking you what kind of person you are charging yourself with yourself and you're sharing your energy with people, or you mostly like charging you from others.
I charge, okay,
Do you understand what I mean?
completely.
Right. It's a bit challenge sometimes to explain what I think in English.
Just don't roll your eyes.
Okay. So,
I charge on my own because usually in the atmospheres that I may go, I tend to be more of a leader, dominant, alpha, respectful
yeah, I see.
person. That's kind of like
It
my
is about
character.
roles,
Yeah.
social roles.
So if I'm in my one bedroom in my zone, I can focus, and that's what I'm charging. But when it's time to go out and be present to this moment with you,
Yeah,
then
I
I can be
see.
in this moment and
You
stuff
are
like
you
that.
having your role. We all have social roles.
Yeah.
Everyone has. So when you're acting in this role, which is you, but
Right.
still it's a
Right.
role, you need to energy. You need to have energy to act. That's true.
Yeah. What are you thinking about?
I think when was the last time when I was here? I think it was before quarantine.
It's a good place.
I love it. Yeah, when I just moved here to America, which was September 15th, I will never forget this day. So September 15, 2019, yeah, 2019, I moved here, and maybe second day, I was walking in Santa Monica, and I knew about Earth Cafe because I lived in West Hollywood. I know about it, and I just noticed that oh, they have another one here.
Correct.
So I had the coffee here,
Yeah.
and I was sitting there
Okay.
drinking coffee,
All right.
and the guy noticed my shoes. You know, this one I had different. And he just, oh, I love your shoes. So he proved to be like Italian designer, and he's yeah, maybe he lied, but that's very funny. I remember this
I
guy.
like you in the green dress on Saturday.
Yeah. So, and this was the first time I discovered this place, and then I just usually come here. I used to go a lot in West Hollywood because I just live next to it, in Melrose.
Correct.
So I lived there first 6 months in LA.
Yeah.
I lived there, and I usually
Thank you.
yes, I felt
Thank you.
So yeah, and sometimes I've been here maybe last time a year, maybe even more.
Black coffee. That's
I like it was my own progression. I started with milky cup, like milky cup, coffee with milk, and then I was getting older, and I realized that I don't need like a reduced amount of milk. I
right.
think each year, if you look back, like every year, I was thinking, okay, maybe less milk is enough. So and then I realized that I don't need milk anymore. I just don't want it milky taste, and I like, so that means that I grew up.
Correct. It's good. Congratulations.
Yeah,
So
but
when
this house, I mean, this house coffee, it's okay. Yeah, it's not bad.
I like it. That's good to just like after a long day, 14 and a half hours. So it's pretty good. Body feels good. But I always, yeah.
Okay.
So often, okay, so when was the last time you went hiking? I'm thinking
Hiking.
hiking soon. Or when do you go back? Or what's your plan? What's the outlook for the week?
So I'm going home tomorrow.
I caught you at a good time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy that we're here.
Yeah.
Yes, because it wasn't intention,
Yeah.
I mean,
Unintention.
intention
You
it's
look really
like
nice.
thank you.
Don't get shy.
So, but I mean, I'm honest because
It's good.
it's good to meet someone just without any plans.
None.
I mean, not about today, about life, the way you make friends.
I agree. Yeah.
Because I don't know. Sometimes people complain it's difficult to make friends, new people.
Yeah.
You're getting older,
Correct.
and you're limited with your friends, and you cannot make connections.
Yeah.
Love, which is friendship, new connections is a treasure.
Yeah.
Understand?
I get it.
But to be honest, since I moved here, I'm more open to that. I moved here by myself. It's only me, my
How
family,
did you meet your boyfriend?
Tinder.
On Tinder. On Tinder.
But no matter how, I mean,
Well, you met on Tinder, and then you guys went out, and then you guys dated. So that's probably the only guy that you were probably going out at the time, and then more days, more time spent with the person, a week, and more feelings, and then the casual encounter potentially, and then it's like, why don't we just live with each other? That's how it happens usually.
no, it was
You met February, and you moved in September,
we met
October. Okay,
because when I moved here in September, I was just me,
just you.
no friends, no
So
family,
he's the
no
first, yeah,
support,
yeah.
just me. So, and hopefully I'm sociable enough, right?
Hmm.
And
And
even
attractive,
though my
playing with
English
her
is
hair.
not
Yeah,
perfect, but I made lots of friends. Not
yeah,
friends, of course. It's not the way friendship considers in Russia. Like, oh, we are friends.
yeah.
We need, to be friends for at least 2 years and to have some experience. No,
Right.
I just made, and I met lots of people. LA
Yeah.
is about people who are coming here
Correct.
and they're looking for connections, right?
Correct.
Because they're looking for something.
Right.
They left something behind. So it is kind of easier to make new friends here than it was in France. So that wasn't difficult.
Let me pause that. I'm sorry. I gotta correct and get some. You said it's harder. Okay, so you're from Russia, Moscow, anywhere in Russia. It's harder to make same country friends, so Russian friends, because if you're
No,
from Russia. But what if a Russian goes to France, Paris, great place? Why would it be difficult? Because it's like now a different
I would say
culture,
that in
you
Los
know.
Angeles there are so many people who come here
Dive,
who
yeah,
wasn't born
yeah,
and raised here. They came here.
right,
If you come here, you're looking for connections because you left your family, your friends behind, right? So this is a city where people open to communicate. When you go back to Paris, for example, or to London, maybe
right,
not London, but to Moscow,
right,
many people were born and raised there and they have school friends, university friends, high school friends, right? like their family friends, so they're not looking for the new people in their life. And here, as soon as many people come along, they're looking for somebody just to spend time together.
Correct.
And also, not everyone comes here. Only people who are ready for adventure, or they're somehow not sitting and waiting. So they have active position in life, right? That's why they're searching for people.
I like that active position in life. I like
So
it.
it's very Russian.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No.
But you mean what?
Hey,
Understand
don't apologize.
But you understand what
I give smoking. I get smoking. Yeah, I get it completely.
So like
He was.
they're not. Yeah. So
I get
they're
it.
generating something.
Yeah.
That's why it is easy in this city. No matter where you're from, in this city it's much easier to meet new people and to do something together. So I'm trying to tell that I met lots of people in my first 6 months, and Josh, it's my boyfriend. He wasn't the only one whom I met. I mean, I was around lots of people, and we met in October, and we just, even though we met on Tinder, but we kinda acted as friends, and we were friends.
Yeah.
We just went to the cinema and we spent time together, and I really like this time.
It's good.
You know, and this is some guys are very horny and they hate them horny without me feeling the same. So he tried to keep this. He was. And yeah,
Right.
doing something.
That's a way. Add that up. Yeah. I get it. I'm same thing with Sasha's mom. But it's all.
Yeah.
I don't believe in online. I
Well, I didn't also.
I
I mean,
I
this
don't
is my story.
I believe. I tried it. I
I
tried it in
didn't.
2015. I had a lot of success. A lot of success on it, but it's just like I slept with a lot of women
Oh my god,
in
it's not
2015.
success. I mean, it is
No, like,
success.
well, look at. Let me break it down to you really quickly. Anything in life, it's about experiences, right? So you can only judge about if you've been with 5 people or 20 people, or even female friends that I have that've been with, like, they can't even keep track of the amount that they have, but they have experiences. They could identify on what they like. So I tried that online in 2015. I figured out, okay, this is enough. But when I started doing that, the New Year's of 2015 until September 5th, when I met Sasha's mom, that's when that went out. She was in front of the Hollywood and Highland Mall in Hollywood. I was walking with a girl coming back from having some food. Just a friend. I just said, Chelsea, excuse me for like 2 minutes. And then I excused myself from my female friend. And I went directly and I introduced myself. And within 7 to 10 minutes, like a simple small chat at ease, I got her telephone number. I followed up with her. That was on a Thursday. I had a skydiving course on Saturday, and then we went out on Sunday. And then from that point, the other girls that I was seeing, they just started getting minimized, and that was the one. So from September 5th to New Year's 1st, 2016, it went pretty well. And I said, why don't you just like move in? Because she lived like five five streets, 5 blocks.
It's the same as George.
So then I just told her, why don't you just like move in? And then that was it. So it went pretty well. January, February, March, and then boom, last week of March, she said, after on a Sunday evening, she said, can we stop at Rite Aid? I'm like, sure. And then we came back to my house and she's like, we need to talk. I was like, I already know what it is. And then she's like, what do you think? I was like, let's do it. And then that was it. No questions asked. And I might not be with her, but at the end of the day, I'm glad that she was the one, no matter for my selfish reasons that I have, I'll always would do the right thing for her and the kid. Because the only thing I ever wanted in life was to join the military and have a daughter. But I'm blessed that I was able to have a child, a healthy child, most importantly with a non-American. Even though myself being American, it's difficult to date American women. I can't generalize all of them, but I've had a lot of conversations and experiences with a lot of women all across the globe, and
we can go into depth conversations and topics, but quite simply, that's just not my preference. So when you and I were speaking on Saturday, I saw you in that lovely dress. I kind of already knew because I mean, I know the culture, so I was yeah, it was a good conversation. And back to what you were saying, that's the proper way to like meet somebody, and you have like no expectations, and that's something that I learned as well.
This is I appreciate.
Just like no appreciation, just like Eddie's cool. Like,
No,
hey,
I mean I appreciate in life this kind of relationship because I'm trying to explain now. When everything is moving online, everything happens by intention, right? So you want your life partner to go to kindergarten, go to marriage, and you're doing that.
yeah, you could,
There is no space for something that just coincidentally happens.
yeah,
That it even makes me go to this website for making friends. Not.
Would you like the heater?
No, good.
Okay, I know the owner. I can tell the manager. He can turn it on for us. At any given moment, you want to transition over there, we can. I'll have him come and turn it on for us. The guy that took our order, his name's Walt. Yeah, he's a good guy. Just, I'm sorry to interrupt. I just want you to feel comfortable.
So, okay. I made my friend, my girlfriend, a gym. She's
Okay.
American. And we are very close friends. Now she moved to Sweden.
Great place. Oh, great place.
Because your husband is from Sweden.
Oh, nice.
But no matter. So I could find her on the internet, right? Because there are so lots of communities like hiking together, doing something together. But we met at gym
Right.
and we became friends.
Right.
This I also like. But not many people do it now. How you can approach someone and say hi. But we just
It's just balls. It's just balls. It's like balls, like testicles, like man balls. Like you ask the question and I have the answer. You said, how do you approach somebody? By balls. You go up and you be like, hey, I'd like to take you out. Or why don't we like get together? But when your intentions are well, aka like mine, I can be like, hey, obviously we addressed the issue that I asked if you were married. You said I have a boyfriend. All right, cool. Is that allowed to have male friends in this? Because when relationships, when either spouse is jealous, it's just a lack of confidence and comfort that they have with each other, and that's a potential disaster on the decline. But when there's trust and you're able to give me your telephone number by yourself having a boyfriend, it could be a healthy relationship. And you're like, okay, cool, why not go out? But you have your intentions, and like, you asked me what my agenda. I was like, just coffee and like friends. Like a lot of people have a different mindset when going out with somebody. A lot of girls will not give out their telephone number if they have a boyfriend and obviously married because the other spouse doesn't want. So if I was to ask, which I've done before, but always respectfully, it's kind of like, it's not a big deal. Like, I don't need your number. It'd be great. How are we doing? Yeah, everything's good for now. Awesome. You want to transition? I'm I'm excellent.
You know, in Palm Springs, it never happened. Maybe a month, this kind of car.
Yeah, fire trucks.
Yeah, but it's all about LA. Everywhere, this crowd.
Yeah.
You feel anxiety. I do when this sound is around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do a little quick prayer in
It's
my
on
mind.
purpose.
I do a little quick prayer in my mind for the person that's potentially on their way to get rescued, that they get there on time.
Okay.
I've had an accident like for approaching 12 years. A car came full speed from the back at like maybe 75, 80 miles an hour and ran full speed. And I just spun out of control. And I was like leaning out on the side of the road. And this one guy came and I was like, hey, can you please call my mother? And if not, my aunt. And I don't know what or how many laws my aunt broke to get to my destination as fast as she did. But that's my hero. She got there like this, and there was a lot of miles to cover. I don't know how many laws she broke, but she broke some laws in order to get to in that speed of time. And yeah, it came out good. I get emotional when I think about it because like that was one of. Oh, it happened in about 2011 ish. Yeah, maybe early, something like that. I can go back. I have all my documentations and stuff like that.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
I need to.
Oh yeah. How's your You want another one, or you're good? Okay.
That bag, Sam, when we get in, maybe you just put it in there.
Hi. You getting cold?
Huh?
You getting cold? You tell me.
I think a little bit more. Because I'm a jacket of the person.
Again,
This is what I told you.
we'll count. We'll count them. That's number 2.
Number 2, what?
Number 2. That was one pass.
Yeah, I told you. This is
So that's 2.
This is how you live in LA.
Yeah.
So
I hear helicopters probably
yes.
twice a night.
Twice, maybe even 5, because you live in
Downtown.
It's very busy. I mean,
A lot of traffic.
Sky is very busy. Yeah, and when I lived in West Hollywood, it was like always in the sky, always you can hear. And then Palm Springs is so silent. It's very silent. It's so different.
Is it?
It's so safe. I mean,
Does she have a lot of friends over there?
there?
Yeah.
Not really. Because it is not Los Angeles.
Yeah.
At all.
So when you come to Los Angeles, you visit that friend and this friend, or see what they're doing.
Yes, kind of.
Yeah.
But also, Los Angeles is very big. So if you live in Marina Del Rey and your friend lives in West Hollywood, it's kind of big challenge to meet up.
Yeah.
You know?
Or they can just take the train down to Santa Monica, and you guys can meet here, and it's a good thing.
But still, I'm not complaining. It is just living in a big city.
Yeah.
Actually,
I get it.
To me, Los Angeles is not a city. It's like a bunch of little towns.
Is that your friend? Whose place is that there?
My friends.
Okay. Yeah. It's really nice.
Because
Multi-property.
Yeah, it's a very nice property. And then babysitting their cat.
Cat sitting.
Yeah. So he's a devil. Really, he's a real devil.
Why do they still have him or she?
Why?
Yeah. Why do they still have the cat?
Because I mean, when you
Or is it the cat's character when with other people and not the owners?
even with them, he's very kind of creepy, you know. But for the new people, he just greets. But when you come, he greets you like that. He scratches you.
Wow.
Right. The very moment you come in, and then he does. I don't know how.
Yeah, I get it. It's pretty good.
He's
Wow,
attacking you.
pretty good.
He's attacking you.
Okay.
He's attacking. I mean, you don't need to do something. You need just to be, and he attacks you. The right. I mean, no matter what you do, you can sit and work, and he's attacking. He's okay with me because I feed him and I play with him, so he's okay with me. But
Do you have an ocean view?
I don't know what.
Like a view of the ocean?
No. I have Lincoln view. So yeah.
Okay.
And he's very. I mean, he beat me here. You see?
Wow.
It's his teeth.
Yeah.
So he's very aggressive. And I mean, everyone is laughing like, oh, it's just a cat. You shouldn't be scared of
Correct.
him. But then they meet him.
Right.
And they realize that he's a really scary cat. He's like cheetah.
Mm.
You know, only few. He's kind of wild cat. You know, by
Yeah.
nature. You cannot touch him. He hates it, even though he likes me.
Okay.
There is only me who can somehow
Calm him down.
allow me to be in his apartment.
Okay.
But even with me, it's very tricky. I mean, if he sits somewhere where he shouldn't be, like on my laptop, I cannot just take him and move. He will bite you. So he's always protecting himself. So he's real creepy.
Wow.
But
Yeah.
he's kind of nice to me. But when my boyfriend comes, he's just crazy. He's mad. Oh,
He's your protector.
not he's not mad. He's protecting himself and his apartment,
Correct.
his space. It is his space, and you're not supposed to be there. No matter you're a guy or a girl, no matter. It's my space. He just allows me to live in his place.
Yeah.
This is the way we. And my friend, she like lived with me maybe 4 days, and she just escaped because she couldn't live with him. He's very aggressive. You cannot relax.
So what is? So it's just your one female friend. She escaped, and that's Why does she? Why is she still holding on to the cat?
Why she stayed with me?
No, why does she still hold on to the cat?
It is a couple. Actually, they have their wedding in Russia. That's why they went to Russia for the wedding, like for the official wedding.
Correct.
Because you never know when you just adopt or how to say take a
Correct.
little kitten,
Yes.
you don't know what kind of temper it has.
Correct.
And then you cannot throw it away saying that, oh, you're a bad cat. No. So you say, okay, somehow we will deal with you. It's like a kid, you cannot say, oh, I dreamt about another kid. I want my kid to be different. No, it's just your kid. The very moment you decide to take
Yeah.
it, it's
Wow,
your
that's
kid,
pretty.
so
That's,
you need to deal with him.
it's like you're locked in. Like this is what you get. No return
Yes.
policy.
So this is the way like normal people see
Right.
pets, right?
Right.
There is no way back.
Correct.
So that's why they know that he's creep. They know for sure he's creep. But they say, okay, just our destiny, punishment, or something. So
Correct.
he's nicer with them, of course, but he's not the nicest
Yeah. Until is it a girl or boy?
boy.
So until he doesn't eat anymore, then he's gonna want to be nice to you or whoever's
He
taking
will
care.
bite you. He beat me
If you don't feed him,
because every morning he eats his wet food. Every morning. So your day starts with him meowing. Like meow, meow, meow.
right?
Like wake up, I'm hungry, I'm hungry.
You're pretty good at cat noises, by the way.
Yeah, I know. This is the
A talent.
best noise I can.
I like it. What other noises can you make?
So, but he was so mad on me. I woke up and he was so mad and so excited to see me that he just beat me.
Right.
So I told you, I mean, everyone says it's just a pet, and then they meet. And they okay, all right. Okay.
That's fine.
Like people, all different.
Yeah. No, I.
We need to admit not everyone is very nice. So he's not nice at all, and he's very moody. He's
Well, I
very
think
moody.
he's the best in the morning when he wants his
Yes,
food.
when he's. I mean, no.
How
Like,
early does he wake you up?
I'm okay. I mean, I wake up at 6:37. It is not easy. I just wake up. But the moment I wake up, he starts meowing. But what I tried to tell was today he could be like okay, and tomorrow he will be really angry.
Correct.
I don't know. I mean, because I didn't know that cats have any mood. I thought cats is always the same. But not he.
Wow.
He.
So you're not an animal lover?
I prefer dogs. If to choose. I don't have a dog, but I would love to. Because I love someone who loves you. Cats never love you. They only want you to feed them
Yeah.
and not to ruin their space,
Do you see yourself settling down with your boyfriend?
No. Coming back to the topic now.
Yeah. So until what's the turning point? What's the cutoff? Like, yeah, like so. When do you go? Like, when does it? What does it take for you to cut it
It's like
for the
my
replacement?
therapist.
Yeah.
What should happen, and you say, something will definitely happen.
Mm. Yeah. So does that follow with like your patterns of like relationships? Are you like from one to the other, or is there like breaks in between relationships?
Say it again.
So is it like a common pattern that you go from?
No.
Is there breaks in
No.
between relationships?
No. It's not me. I mean, I was thinking about that. I can, even though I don't know you, but I can. You just asked me the very question which I was wondering myself, like what kind of person I am. And I definitely.
I like to get in depth. You know, I'm a very in depth person.
Okay. So even if you ask, I will be honest. So I was thinking about that. That no, because to me, being with a person, it's not because I'm so good or something. It just if I am with him, I cannot let someone in my head. No. So to me, it's easier to finish one relationship and be alone, even though it's not a very maybe not the best time to be alone, but it's easier to me. At least I'm honest with myself. At least I didn't.
When's the official date he asked you to get with him?
What?
When's the official date? You said it was September, or like you guys started dating in February.
In February.
So what's the date? So when's the anniversary? It's coming up, right?
No, if it is though, in February it will be 2 years. So now it's what, a year and a half.
Yeah.
We start moving and we like start dating in February and we start living in March.
Wow. That's fast as fuck.
Because I mean I love him and I still love him a lot. It is different.
Okay, when you say that, okay, I just like no, I'm not gonna ask you. Everyone defines differently. You asked me, I don't want to get into it. You said you love him, but then when I asked you the question that do you see yourself being with him, your answer with no hesitation was no. So like how it's not 100% love. So like at what point does it get cut off? You can cut off at 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, you know. And I've been therapy myself, so trust me. Like it's good to talk about certain things. I know I'm a stranger, but like I said, um, it's really just being honest with yourself.
But I mean loving and okay, let's be honest.
Always.
Your life purpose could be different,
Mhm.
even though you can love it.
Correct.
And the more adult, the more you realize that love is not enough of living the life you want.
I agree.
Because he has his own vision of the life he wants to live, and I have my own. And if it's different,
Right.
one sacrifice his needs and expectations,
Right.
or you just decide that okay, we love it, we have I mean, he's like a soulmate to me, and I will start crying in a moment. But he's the very first man whom I really loved in my life.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
Because yes, and I'm not playing with this. I'm not just it's not just words to me because I had lots of relationships in the past, and I never loved someone really loved. Maybe I thought that it was.
Well, you're getting older. You're getting more mature. You're identifying what you like, what you appreciate.
No, I'm not saying that. Oh, I'm getting older. Some people are so gifted to meet their love of their life in their 20s, and you don't need to be mature and wise and whatever. They're just gifted. I wasn't that gifted, but I was gifted enough to meet at least once in my life. Maybe I will meet second.
Yeah.
But it happened when I was 34. I met him. 33.
Wow.
And they realized what love is.
No.
So I realized how it could be. The way you feel.
Yeah.
Right? The way you feel. And then, of course, there are also some, how to say, circumstance, or how you say, which build in your reality.
Yeah. I get circumstance.
Yeah. And I moved from Russia to here by myself.
Okay.
That means that I can make choices in life.
Everyone's entitled to their choices until their last breath. I agree.
You have 12?
Huh?
Your iPhone is 12?
Yeah.
It's the newest?
Huh?
They have a very great camera.
Yeah, I'm really happy.
It's the newest, right?
Yeah.
12. It's a great camera. I'm changing topic.
Sure. Sure. Do you think that things happen for a reason?
Oh.
Or do you think that's overrated?
I think that now people talk a lot about. You can hear that they have such a strong accent. Look, now people talking a lot about.
Just own it.
Like everything is for the reason. Universe helps you. Universe doesn't help you. People trying to look symbols. Life is a little bit easy. Life doesn't have any hidden agenda. It's just life.
May I talk to you for a minute, sir? Please?
Yeah. Why? What's up?
Oh, if I can talk to you in private, please. Is that okay?
Yeah. What's up?
I know you're a regular customer.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Fortunately, I have a few customers that already called to the company. They say they're your followers, and they can please stop recording. They want me to like tell the lady like.
We're leaving right now. We're good. We're leaving. We're good. We're leaving.
Oh, okay.
We're gone, dude. It's all good.
Okay.
We're good. Wow, just some drama. You ready to go?
Yeah.
Let's go. It's getting cold, anyways. Huh? I'll tell you in the car. Okay.
You though, tell me what.
No, I'll tell you. I'll tell you in a second. Good.
What happened?
I'll tell you in a second.
Okay.
We're good. Keep up.
Yeah.
Take a drive down the coast. Are you cold?
No, I'm good. Yeah. Where are we going?
We're gonna go down. We'll go down Ocean.